of Monday, the 23rd of January, 2022. Do.
Power line to convey a certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all downtown. Lines of connection, communication, not the borders of boundaries that slice and dice a nation. Divided by the chalk lines of disreputable history, past failures are laid out as we shrug with absent mystery. Those bodies left behind us while we amble on ahead, fearful of the wrong things from newspapers unread. Before I tell you what to do, or you try to tell me, let's all see what's been done and where we could have been. By knowing what's before us, the path might clear ahead, and focus on new obstacles uncharted by the dead. Power line from a gurgling turbine, a telephone line from a quiet room, a metro line from across the city. Maybe we'll all raise our glasses soon. They say across the fence line the grass is always verdurous, but we're not corralling cattle, fearing wranglers, violent murders. When we look out past dividers, we're unsurprised to see more folks erecting fences, becoming detainees. Before I worry about you or you worry about me, let's all dwell on ourselves, we're the private enemy. Becoming who we're meant to, virtuous and creative. We won't dread the different, the strange or unrelated. A power line to convey certain brilliance, a telephone line to carry a voice, a metro line to bring us all, to bring us home. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your Just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawl out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. And tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. We are just here doing some quick repairs on my elytra and a few of my shovels. We happened to gather a little bit of gravel earlier today. So I think we're actually in good shape to not only continue with our stellar cartography mapping bits on the sides of my pinball machine today, but actually to go one step even further. But first off, let me go ahead and let's erase that setting up now. Let's connect to the server with our flying account here. What do we call that? Joe Hills Sees. Teleport to Joe Hills Says. Any day now. Any day now, that'll teleport. That's fine. It'll get there. We'll just be patient. Let's see what the pinball machine looks like at night over here. This is not bad. That spiral galaxy. Let's see what that looks like in the distance there. I haven't actually gotten a good chance to look at this in the distance. I think that this is... It looks a lot better at night than during the day. I'll say that. I think we're on the right track here. We might have to tweak some of this stuff as we go. But we're making progress. We're getting stuff done. I'm very excited. Very excited about that. It's funny because it looks better in the OBS. Like it's easier to tell that it's a, what do you call it? A spiral the further away you are. Tyrannosaurus, welcome. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. We are just working on the deep field photograph themed skin of my pinball machine here. I've got my camera account up there in the center. We're going to fly that over to look at the areas that we are actively working on. And we are going to start working on those shortly or imminently. Okay, so we've got Photoshop in the upper left with the reference photo that we are working from. So, like, if we zoom that all the way out here, you'll see that this is one continuous photo that will skin both sides of the cabinet, the front of the cabinet around the coin door, and both sides of the back box. Darth Vorthen says, how much till the next expansion? Great question. Thanks to the stream from earlier today, we are currently $4 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So, anyway, we are working on the right side of the machine right now, which is kind of in the in Photoshop here on the right side there. If we come on down and look at this. Okay, so originally I was thinking I was going to have some problems with materials here. Trying to get more done. But we did a whole big gravel gathering stream earlier today. So we're actually better off on materials than I thought I would be. Now, my methodology for this at this point has gotten a little bit lax. I'm going to be honest. I kind of generally know where I'm supposed to be working, but... Oh, good, a skeleton bone. Skeletons were spawning here. Darth Vorthen tips 24 and says, let's get this stream truly started. Well, thank you so much. That is indeed going to get us 2 face camera expansion milestones. So here we go. It's time to expand Jost. And we are going to lower the Joe opacity now to 80%. And then Numero dos. Expand Jost. Dee 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 dee. Lowering the opacity now to 70%. That is going to put us 20 even away from the most obnoxious face camera expansion milestone, the Tony Stark helmet cam. Thank you again to Darth Vorthen for supporting the arts and my show in particular. Okay, so here we go. Let's go Photoshop. Let's go. Making space stuff. Okay, so when I'm looking at this in Photoshop, from there, we don't really run into anything until we hit this big thing there. Boom, 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 boom. You can see little Geo on the wall there. Okay. So, I was in the process of doing math on this when Cleo showed up. So, let's see. So, this was 42 blocks long before we hit the next point of interest. Okay, so 42 times 3 is 126. So that's basically 64 and 62 on our thing here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's bring that down there like so. Okay. So we're going to grab out of these boxes bunch of black concrete powder. Well, we're going to grab all of these. These are many of the blocks that we will need in this build palette for today. Probably won't use all of the greens at present, so we're going to put those two back away. And probably won't use the blue terracotta at the moment either. But these other ones are kind of must-haves. So we're going to unload those like so. Grab some extra black concrete powder as well, because we're going to burn through a lot of that. Okay. Evening, NJ. Oh. So NJ actually sent me because so NJ actually sent me an Elvira's House of Horrors hat. I am very excited about this. I'm not wearing it right now, but you can kind of see it. It's got some chroma green elements on there, which I'm very excited about. So I built the Elvira's House of Horrors in the what do you call it? In the starter village. So yeah. Hey, thank you, Jackie Ann, for the 20, who says, having a tough night with mental health. I want to see the Beetlejuice. Well, we are $20 closer then. You had just knocked us into the Tony Stark helmet cam area, so here we go. Expand Jost. Do-do-do-do. And lowering the opacity now to 60%. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have placed those we don't need right now. Okay. Why do I have these? I don't need these bones either. Okay, and I think we are ready to go back to Photoshop real quick. We're going to look at this. So from starting one block over from those, which is, I think, approximately where we're going here. Oh, well, we'll just go until we hit... Actually, we'll just go until we hit over top of the gray one. That's how we'll do this. We'll look at the gray one here. And it's hard piloting this with one hand. Okay. So here we go. How far are we from Beetlejuice? I don't know. We're at 50% opacity, but I don't... That means we're no, we're 60% opacity because we're at Tony Stark helmet cam. So you got a while, is the short answer. Wait. Hold on. I wasn't intending to work here. Hold on. I got confused. I'm supposed to be up here. Yeah. Okay. And then, because when we hit above that gray one, come on, zoom out a little. Yeah, there's like a single black terracotta blob 2 blocks above that. So let's Let's move so that we can see where we are on the pixel grid here. Okay, too far. Yeah. There it is. Okay. So we'll get a single black terracotta to place above that. And then other than that, this whole bit right here is just going to be straight up black concrete here. Nice and easy. Okay. So then you can see me on the, especially if I duck, you can see the camera account just shows me moving away there. Womp, womp, womp. This might actually be worth activating galloping blocks for, because this is a pretty long distance to go. Let me verify that there's no other points of interest for how many blocks. Oh boy. So we go up 3 here. And it looks like there's barely something at that point. How far is that from the end? Okay, 34 times 3. Okay, that's 64 plus 6, basically. Except for the fact that we're starting 2 from there. Are we starting 2 from there? Okay, so let's move so I can see the camera better. And let's re-angle the thing. Okay. Okay. So okay. So I need to be 1 over from there. So that means I actually need 67 blocks, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Wait, 33 times 3 would be 99. Yeah, wait, how am I doing my math so badly? So that's 37, no, 35 plus 64. Okay. Options, controls, keybinds, tac, Q. Wait, no, I want use item Q. Done. Okay. Oh, but wait, this is probably a terrible idea. Dang it. Because we're going to get there, like, super fast. And we're going to waste all our rockets. Never do galloping blocks with rockets in your hotbar. It's fine. Okay, so when we get all the way over to that point of interest there is just barely perceptible one not quite black pixel here that will make black terracotta. Okay. And then from there, it's going to run until we hit here. So that's another 14 times 3. We need to go back here now, though. Lay our heads down and dream. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, we got another tip rolling in. Let's see who it's from. Rebecca tips 20, who says, just doing my part to try and get Beetlejuiced. So thank you very much, Rebecca. That does indeed get us 1 full milestone closer. Here we go. Let's blow past that Tony Stark helmet cam. Expand Joe. Do. We are now into T. Joe Eckhillsburg territory, 50% Joe Pasty. So thank you, Rebecca. Then, whoa. I might have accidentally archived that chain of alerts. So we're going to move this to inbox. How do I move it back to inbox? Move back to inbox. There we go. Okay. So then after Rebecca's 20, we got another 20 rolling in from Emily, who says, I'm too tired to think of something to write here. That's okay, Emily. I'm just going to go ahead and make my face huge anyway. Expand Jost. Do-do-do-do. Lowering the opacity now to 42%. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And then we got another tip rolling in. Let's see who that one's from. Another 20 rolling in from Mary, who says, helping summon that Beetlejuice. So here we go. It's time to expand Jost. Do-do-do-do. Brr. Lowering the opacity now to a frigid 32% Fahrenheit. That's not Celsius. Okay. So thank you very much to Mary as well. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. I'm like, why is this not working? It's because I had done that. Okay. So, yeah, the galloping blocks thing is probably not smart for this because there's too much... it's great for when you have literally only the one type of control or whatever. Or one type of block. But, yeah, otherwise I'm going to accidentally scroll and use a million things. That's no good. Okay, so let's fly back up here. And let's bring this back out on the camera account as well. Okay. So where am I? I'm down here. Okay. So fly back up here. That was where we just stopped. And according to Photoshop, we need to be looking at that about 6 blocks away from this thing, which we didn't really... Okay. So, in the interest of getting stuff done quickly, let's maybe look at figuring out how far we gotta go there. So that's 45. 45 times 3 is 135. 135 minus 128 is 7. So we're going to have 2 stacks of black concrete powder and then 7 remain. If we start directly past this thing, where is it at? Is that where we actually are? Okay, wait, we need to be... Oh, we're gonna hit that... I'm doing all this work to count this out, but I think I've already marked where the next one is anyway. So that might not matter much. Okay. Yeah, I think I've already marked out that next one, if I'm not wrong. Have I? Nope, 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 nope. There's something definitely before it. Okay, there's 2 points of interest before it there that are barely perceivable, but do exist. Okay. So because we are 1 over further than I thought, we're going to go from here. And let's eat something. Okay. It's so fun. I can look over at the laptop and see me going on the little, what do you call it, camera? The, render thing camera. Okay. So right about here then, we're going to have, yeah, just a barely perceptible 2 blocks of black concrete powder, or not black concrete, black terracotta. Then we're going to go over 3 more. Whoops, nope, not like that. We're going to have 2 gray terracottas with 2 black terracottas on top. that wasn't high enough up. Oops. Looking at too many screens. Okay. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then that'll bring us the rest of the way over to that thing. Our next point of interest here. Okay. So if we go back this way, though, we go up 3 there. Is there anything we really need to worry about? Yeah, there's a few things. Okay. Nothing too wild, but we'll deal with it real quick. So right here, from the beginning, we'll go, well, we need to start there. So 7 over from there. Okay. Hey, Jackie Ann tips 5 and says, love the community and love your vids. Thank you, Jackie Ann. That puts us 15 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Aberon says, I missed the Dracula finale and now I'm sad. You know, there's a whole playlist full of those Dracula videos on my YouTube channel. So you can actually catch up on all of those. I know it's not quite the same as being there live, but, you know, it does exist for a reason. Oh boy, that's like almost imperceptible. Whoops. Okay. And then how long from here to here? Is that 8? Okay, 8. So 8 is going to be 24 blocks. So we're going to drop off 7 of these. Then we're going to go, go, go. Okay, so just looking at this here, it feels like this is kind of like that, then that, then that, and then boom, boom. Okay, so then from there, the next point of interest isn't until, whoops. Till we hit this over here. So that's 30, but we can just eyeball that because we know we're going to bump into that thing. So that's fine. Okay. Okay, and there's the point of interest there. So then from that point of interest forward, we're going to fill in the rest of that, and we should be okay. Looks like we need to cap that with a couple of black terracotta as well, which is easy to do. And then we are now out of concrete powder, but that's okay. We can grab some more of that. Welcome, Zhao Yen. Glad you could join us. It is going to be amazing. I'll zoom out real quick to show y'all how much we're getting done here. This is really coming along. Okay, so... Okay, black concrete, black concrete. We want black concrete powder, which is back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's looking super good. Okay, so moving forward, let's look at the... Okay, we actually need to lay our heads down and dream, it looks like. Okay, looking at Photoshop here, there's some pretty big gaps on this side. Okay, so Yeah, we come back down to there. That's going to line up with that. How long is this line going to be? 12. Okay, so that's 36 black concrete powder. Whoops. No, that's black terracotta. Okay, and then we'll have 2 black terracotta there. Totally missed where I'm supposed to be going. Fly it around. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, whoops, there it is. Okay. So this is the edge of that. Okay. So we need 36 black concrete powder. Okay. That's okay. That's actually there, I guess. I was close. This is black terracotta. We're gonna put a little bit of gray just above it. And then there's nothing for how long. Okay, so let's go this way. 31. Okay. So 31 times 3 would be 62 plus 31. Okay, yeah, there we go. We'll get that out of our hotbar so we don't accidentally overshoot. And I'm realizing my camera account is not centered anymore. For this part. Okay, that's faster if I hit control, it looks like. Okay. Cool. A big part of my ability to put blocks in quickly is the fact that I'm pre-counting them out. Lakshmi13 says, looking good, Joe. Thanks, I always am. Okay, so then we get over here, and we need to 1, 2, and a black terracotta. Then we come down here, we have another black terracotta. Then we throw in a gray terracotta. And then I think we're going to have, whoops, black terracotta, or black powder, yeah, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so then we're going to start the line again from there until we hit the next point of interest. That's 27 over. Centauratron said the art's also looking good, Joe. Thank you. Welcome, Darby Bristy. Okay, so then here we're going to go up to... This is going to be one of those, like, gray terracotta... No, black terracotta, gray terracotta. There'll be a lot of little galaxies like that in there. Then we get to the other side of that, and we're going to do another 12, so that's 36. One, two, three. Okay. I got the family laughing. Yay, I did it. Okay, actually, I'm looking at this. Is there a point of interest there? It's actually higher up than that, so... I think we're actually in the clear for another good while. So how long does... Until we actually do hit the real next point of it. Ooh, interest. Okay, that looks like 31. So 31... Okay. 31, 31. So 331's here. Pre-counting all that out will get us to the end. Is it getting to be nighttime, or am I just getting under the roof? Yeah, pre-doing all the math really just saves a lot of time and efficiency. Okay. So, let's see. Did I do the math right on this, or are we over... Okay, if we work backwards from here now. Oh, you guys can't see me anymore. Now you can. I'm bringing it back in. Okay. So, we need to do a 3x3 here. Okay. Then, looking at this, we're going to have like a dark, like a gray concrete. And then like black terracotta. Oops. Cyan terracotta maybe, and a gray terracotta, or yeah. Dang it. I don't have my trident on me. That was an oversight. Okay, so... Might be cool at the end of the season to use Light Matica to figure out how much material was used. You know, that's such a obviously good idea, Lakshmi13, that I bet if I didn't do it, someone else would do it for me. Right? That's the sort of thing that like somebody else would be like, "Oh, you know, I remember Lakshmi13 saying that. No, I want to know." So maybe that's one of those things I could just kind of not do, but it'll still get done. Because, yeah, that's very obviously a good idea. Does Centauratron say, I'm going to do it? Oh, that was Centauratron, not Lakshmi13. Sorry. I was just glancing over. So, Centauratron, you get all the credit for the good idea now. As is your right. Okay. So... this is where things are going to get a little weird here. And it's starting to get dark. Okay. So we need to go get we got the 2 dark greens again. And we're going to go get some of the green frog lights. Just also adjust this window so it's easier to read. There we go. Okay, I'm realizing we are also past the 9 o'clock mark. Just as a quick reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/joehills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, so I need to grab out of here the green terracotta, maybe even the lime concrete. Okay, so we got too much. Wait, no. We want green concrete. We don't want green terracotta. We do want the pearlescent frog lights. Dang it. Verdant frog lights. That's it. Okay. Okay. Scar's here. Function macro 1. Glad to have you back, Scar. Okay. Okay, so now, dang it, now the sun's going down. Figures. Okay, that's fine. Let's just roll with it. Gonna roll with it anyway. Okay. So, boy, I think maybe the green concrete or the lime terracotta. Lime terracotta is probably the appropriate block here. Then we're gonna put the 4 frog lights in, maybe. It's hard to say, like, what the actual optimal thing is here. But let's try it like that. And then throw in the light gray concrete on that side. The cyan terracotta on that side. Another green terracotta over here. And a green lime terracotta there. Lime terracotta there. I'm gonna grab the gray terracottas now. Oh, actually, cyan terracotta probably feels right here. Maybe throwing in a gray terracotta there and there. And a black terracotta here. Okay, so I'm gonna duck out of the way. Feel like that looks like the Photoshop thing, but it's hard to tell because of the birch background. Oh, also, it looks like there's a protrusion on the right side here that I didn't notice initially. So let's go ahead and make sure we get that locked in. So we're going to have black terracotta there. Gray terracotta here. Black terracotta there. And a green terracotta down here. That's gonna, yeah, that's gonna really sell it. Okay. So then, under there, we're gonna fill that in like so. Okay, 1, 2. So we've got this one here. That's already done. Wait. Actually, that one's supposed to have another 2 blocks on it, I think. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're getting this done. Brown terracotta here. Okay. So then from here, we're going to have kind of a cradle kind of thing. Okay. So then we're going to have black terracotta, gray terracotta. Okay. And brown in the middle. So brown in the middle, black, gray. We'll fill this in with additional things. Let's duck out of the way here so y'all can see how it looks in the distance. Still doesn't look right because the birch is not the sky color. So that's fine. We're going to fill that in. Welcome, Eclogs. Okay. So then how many up from that is this next point of interest? 5 up from that, we're going to have a really cool galaxy there. So, but nothing on this side here for right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Dang it. No, my body. How are we on concrete powder? Still okay. Dang it. Fell down the wrong way. Oh, wait. We can use the scaffold. So we're kind of doing this a little bit more organically than when we first started off just doing the rows, but that's okay. Okay, so between here and there isn't really anything either. So we can just go straight across from there to there, and then we'll be able to see what this looks like with a better backdrop. Some of these grays are probably not even... They're probably... It's like some of the stuff I'm looking at Photoshop is probably practically invisible to the naked eye, depending on the quality of your monitor and how Twitch encoding works and stuff like that. Also, the fact that I'm blurring it with my face in front of it isn't helping. So... Okay, wait. So I'm filling in back this way. That was not what I intended to do, but it's not wrong. So we're still okay. What I wanted to do was I wanted to see... So until we hit where? How far can I go this way? That is 36 out. So 36 times 3 minus 128. We don't even have enough. No, actually, wait. 44 and 64. Never mind. That's fine. We're good. Okay, so we're going to go back to here. Okay, so I'm going to have to back off on the camera here a little bit. That's okay. Okay, cool. We are basically out of black concrete powder at this point anyway. So we're going to run and grab that. I didn't take the spider sword with me. Good. Okay. I should actually, now that I'm looking at it, though, I don't need to carry all of these shovels. Let's maybe go free up 3 spots in my inventory here by dumping some of these shovels. That wasn't the right box. Where are my toolboxes? Did I leave them downstairs? Okay, well, either way, we're going to dump 2 of these shovels in here for right now. And we'll worry about other stuff later. Okay, let's come stand up here. Okay, so we zoom out a little bit here. On the side. Okay. So we can roughly see where everything is. Boy. So let's go back over here to... Wait. It would be really great if I actually did have an annotated map of this stuff, so I would know what's what, but I don't. So if I could, like, name the galaxies as I went, that would be super awesome. But the time? No time. Okay, how far from there until we hit our first point of interest going that way? That might be 118. Okay. 18 times 3 is 54. Okay, so I'm trying to judge this off of the thing here. Okay. So 1, 2. So this is where I think I should be. So if I start going 54 that way, I'll hit the next point of interest. Let's use some from a different stack to continue that. Then put that away. And then... Whoops. The Guardians haven't been as much of a problem as I was initially worried about. Okay, so now here we're going to have, like... Whoops. Black terracotta. And that's it. That's a real easy point of interest. We're going to have a gray terracotta there and a brown terracotta. Maybe. Yeah. So brown terracotta, gray terracotta, gray terracotta. Boom. Simple. Because it doesn't have to be complex. And then from here over, we'll eventually hit those. What does that look like? It's 25, so that's 75 minus 64, that's 11. Okay. So let's go from here then. Grace River says, could you overlay the Photoshop with the transparency on the camera? No. That's a nightmare. Trying to get those aligned and to display properly would be just a huge hassle. It's not a terrible idea if we were working on a smaller area, but this is, because of how big this is, the amount of panning and zooming we'd have to do to get them lined up would be a hassle. If we were doing map art or something where it was like a fixed square, that would be a lot more feasible, but I don't... It's not a bad idea in general, it's just not, it's not optimal in this case, is going to be what I would say to that, if that makes sense. Okay, so... So we're going to go another 6, that's 18... Actually, wait, that's going to be... Yeah, so that's going to be there. And then... Yeah, okay, we're good. So, now... Let's go ahead and bring this back over a little bit. If we zoom out some, not too much. Okay, so where is... So there's one huge galaxy right here we haven't done yet. There's a few major points of interest left here. Okay, so we've just knocked out... Let's zoom back into where this buddy is here. This little galaxy friend. Okay, so we are going to Oh boy, I'm not used to having Minecraft open on multiple computers. This is really throwing me off. Rosalia Moon says, is the other side going to be a different picture? Nope, it's going to be the same picture. It's one gigantic photograph that's going to be wrapped around the whole thing. So the left side of the cabinet will be one part of the photograph, and the right side of the cabinet will be a different part of the same photograph. Okay, it's clearly getting dark. So let me go to sleep. Okay, we're going to zoom in on over here, or zoom on in over here. Okay, does shift go down? Okay. Okay, so there's probably a reason that I stopped where I did. Nope, no reason at all. Oh, there's like one tiny... Yeah, never mind. There's two small blocks in there. Okay, so up we go. Here. Welcome, Aaron. Glad you could join us. Okay, yep, so there's that point of interest there. That's why that was great. Okay. That explains why we're... So we're... How many up from there? Okay, so there's that one. Okay. Okay, cool. Everything between here and there is basically empty. And there's only really one point of interest back between here and there. Wait, hold on. That's higher up, though. Okay. And I'm standing... Oh, I'm standing on that one. So... Yeah, we basically... Boy, okay, so we have plenty of room here to just fill this up, is what I'm seeing. Okay. So we don't have to do a lot of thinking here at all. Let's just get some black concrete powder out. And how high can we go until we hit something that we can't hit? Basically up until that middle gray one there. Okay, yeah, that's plenty of room. Okay. So now right under that though does look like this one should be a black terracotta, but other than that we are good. Okay. And another 3 up to that, basically. Okay. We're in the clear. How long have I been working on this so far? I don't know. In terms of actually doing the pixel art, like maybe 8 or 10 hours. In terms of planning, about a year. So it's one of those. It's not that long, but also forever. Okay, so let me make sure I'm still looking at the right thing here. Yep, we're still clear. Okay. Oops, getting a little off kilter. And now we are out of fantastic concrete powder. Does concrete powder drop like sand or gravel? More like gravel. Okay, we need to have at least one inventory slot free, so when we're counting, we can, like, move some blocks out of the way. Okay. Yeah, the more of this we fill in, kind of the better it's going to look. Okay. I'm excited about this. Okay. Coyote Lovely says, it's almost a pity the concrete powder is going to get turned into blocks. I love the texture. In the distance, though, I think it's going to look better. And we're going to actually be swapping out some of these blocks in the palette as we go. So it's going to be a nightmare if I have to replace all the concrete powder. Like, if they all fall... Like, if I want to swap out one block on top of a galaxy, I'm going to have all the concrete powder falling when I do the palette cleanup. It's a whole thing. Powder isn't going to stay powder. No. Stephanie also said you can place it from higher than 3 blocks to fill large spaces. Yes, but it's markedly slower at this scale. Yep, there's galaxies in it. Okay. So let's move the camera account closer here. Okay. So how far over from there until... Okay, so if we go up to here, which is our current line, then over, that is 6 long, so... Wait, I wasn't counting those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there. We're going to have go like this. Okay, it's clear that that's going to go up like that, and then have a gray terracotta just from reading it. Then that'll have a black terracotta next to the gray. And... Let's make sure we're reading this accurately. Okay, I'm going to turn the ring light down. That's going to be bad for the face camera, but it's going to be good for me being able to see what I'm doing over here. Sorry about that, folks who love the face camera. Okay. Salem says, I love hopping in to watch, knowing it's been a good tipping night because the Joe Pasty is so low. Yes, indeed. Folks have been very kind. We are only 15 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. In fact, and tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. So thank you for reminding me about that, since we are basically on the hour as it is. Okay, so I'm going to put a brown terracotta here, green terracotta there. Yeah, the green gets kind of weird. I'm going to end up swapping out a lot of the greens, I think, in the long term. I just haven't quite figured out exactly how I want to do that. Brown concrete maybe for that one. Light gray terracotta there and there, maybe. We're gonna need more light gray terracotta soon. Gray concrete here. That's just gonna be straight up concrete powder there with another gray concrete there. Another one of these here. Okay. So it's not great, but it's coming together. Yeah, I think that's going to be 2 of these here, and then a gray terracotta on each of those. Another light gray here. Another one of these here. I think we want like a pearlescent frog light here, but we don't have any, so let's go lay our heads down and dream. And grab some over there. A big part of this, too, is going to be how these look when they're lit up at night versus how they look randomly kind of during the day. You know what I mean? It's a weird, kind of different story. Let's make some extra light gray terracotta while we're here. We don't need a ton of that, but it would be good to have some. Thank you, Adolphin, for your encouragement. Okay. Light gray terracotta. Nope. Let's put the red around it, because we're not using a ton of red right now. There we go. Okay, get the red away. Okay. Hey, speaking of $15 away from our next face camera expansion, Catherine just sent us 15. Thank you very much, Catherine. That is going to get us evenly to our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. It's time to expand. Just do. And we are going to... Where's my face? There it is. Lower the opacity now to 24%. So thank you very much for supporting the arts and my show in particular. Welcome, Captain Fathom. Thank you for the raid. We are just working on my colossal scale deep space telescope themed pinball machine called Deep Field. I am using a deep field photograph from the James Webb Space Telescope in order to do pixel art all over this thing. But it's kind of a mess. So we've got Photoshop pulled up here. We've got my camera account next to it. We're kind of figuring it out as we go, assuming I don't fall off. I'm not really using scaffolding. I'm just building my way up as I work, which is arguably not the best way to do these things. But you know what? We don't always do things the best way. We don't always do them the most expedient way. But we get them done. We get them done. So we're going to throw some white terracotta in here. Okay. So you can see how the camera account and the Photoshop are kind of a little bit similar there. Hopefully, they're going to look even more similar soon. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit further on that. Okay. If I use that, can I get a finer scroll? No. What about... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So from here, I think I want light gray concrete right there. That feels right. Oh, wait, hold on. How did I do this? And then, yeah, we'll do another mushroom block directly above here. We'll do another green terracotta above there for that kind of coppery. We might go back and get actual copper blocks, is what I'm imagining at some point. I haven't figured out the palette perfectly, but if we can get everything in just roughed out, then we can move forward as we go. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, you know what it actually looks like? It looks like I was 1 over maybe with that. Maybe this should also be a pearlescent frog light. Yeah, okay. Then we put the light gray concrete there and there. We put a cyan terracotta here. Then we've got another kind of an olive green, and then we've got another gray terracotta under that. Okay. Then maybe we put in a brown terracotta here. How's that feel? That feels fair. Brown mushroom blocks kind of tan there. Then we throw in, boy, what would be good here? Maybe another light gray terracotta here. I'm really just kind of playing with the palette as I go. Whoops. On the camera account here, you can kind of see how we've got that. When I'm zoomed in that far, it really doesn't look like anything is the weird part. But like when you see it in the distance, it starts looking better. Okay. Yeah, this is going to look great at night, but right now we're just kind of playing with it. Okay. So where was I? So then we go over to that one. Then we're going to need another one of these. And I think underneath here, yeah, we're going to just have concrete for that one and that one. Excuse me. But then it does look like we would want a black terracotta under there. Maybe. Whoops, that was not the black terracotta. There it is. And then that comes out to that. That looks right. Bring that back up here. Come back and around. Okay. So now we are on top of this one. This one probably should have the mushroom. That one... Okay. Let's do that white terracotta mushroom. Boy, that like coppery bit there is a little bit rough. I don't have a great block for that. Let's just try brown for now. We'll see how it goes. Then we got kind of a little bit more desaturated stuff here. So directly above the light gray, that feels to me like that. And then maybe we throw a cyan terracotta in. Oh boy, no, we're going to need the cyan terracotta up there. We just need something desaturated. But it's hard to say exactly what would be great here. We might also just have to kind of play a little bit fast and loose with some of this stuff. So we need something darker than that, but actually that one might... Nah, we just gotta place blocks. We just gotta place blocks, and we'll worry about getting it perfect later. Cyan terracotta, cyan terracotta. Let's see. We've got gray concrete we can mix in. Oh, that was not it. Maybe we put in a brown terracotta here. Oh wait, no, I misread that. Okay, so that like that. Cyan terracotta maybe here and here. Yeah. Gray terracotta here. maybe a bit of black terracotta on the outside there. Okay, so then we're going to bring it back down a little bit here. Boy, okay. I mean, in a lot of ways, it kind of feels right to just kind of keep going with this. That one's going to go on top of there. Yeah. It feels weird having too much of the same in there, but that's kind of just how it goes. Okay. So let's zoom out a little over here. Okay, so it's got like a little bit that sticks out that we've already done. And then from there, there's not a lot left to do here. So we can just fill this in. So then we'll go take a look at it in the distance with it being nighttime real quick if we can get over there before Scar or somebody goes to bed. Function F1 to... I'm going to duck out of the way. I mean, that doesn't seem terrible, right? That... We can do a lot of good work here. We can do a lot of good work here to tweak the palette and to improve this. But I feel like the core concept communicates galaxies in a way that is a really strong start. This is very encouraging to me. And let's see how it looks during the day. I mean, they still look pretty good like galaxies. I feel like it doesn't look quite as striking during the day, but it's pretty cool. This is a solid start. The big thing is sometimes there's a difference between like I'm doing something here that I'm gonna have to redo from scratch, and there's like, oh, I can iterate on this, and this is clearly I can iterate on this. What we have gotten done and what we are getting done is really, really strong, I feel. So, okay. Let's head back over here and land. Woo! I love that little running animation on the camera account. That's funny. When we come in there like so, I'm going to bring the camera back out a little bit on the camera account. Okay. So, let's see if I zoom back in here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay. So I am currently standing at that level. Perfect. And I am one block off there. Yep. Now, how long until I hit my next point of interest along this height? Or at this height? 40 blocks. Okay. So that's 120 from here. So if I just put 4 from each of these away, that's how many blocks I need. Yeah, if we're going in a strip of 3. Okay. Nice and easy. Just having a chill intergalactic space adventure. Woo! Random methods that might want to emphasize some of the swirls and other structures during the iteration. Yeah, part of what I'm going to do during the iteration is I'm going to go back to the original high-res photo, and I'm going to really... Like, basically what we're doing is we're sketching in the galaxies now. And I'm going to look at the original the high-res photos of the galaxies and try to figure out how to tweak the color palette and placement to, like, communicate those individual galaxies better, right? Right now, we're just getting stuff, you know, roughed in. This is kind of like a sketch pass, if that makes any sense. Okay, so gray terracotta here, black terracotta here. Okay, and then past there, how long until we hit our next point of interest? 19. So that's 60, so it's 7 less than that. There we go. Those squids are not going to last long there. Bye, squids. Hope you had a nice life. Because it's done now, those guardians. Guardian's gonna guard. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-da. Okay, this is actually bright enough. I think we would actually maybe have gray. Let's... Oh. Well, yeah, I was a little off with my measurements there, but that's fine. Okay, and then from here, we don't have anything until we hit that wild, fiery thing. How far out is that? That is bonkers. That is super big. 66. Okay. So 66 times 3 is 198, minus 128 is 70. Jeez. 64 times 3 equals 192. So I need 3 stacks and an additional 6 concrete powder. We don't actually have enough concrete powder to get to the end of this. So let's go grab some. Okay. So let's see, 3 stacks and an extra. Yeah, we don't need that many cyan terracotta. Hold on. Right now we're carrying an extra stack of cyan terracotta. Basically, we shouldn't have a second stack of anything in here. Except for black concrete powder, because OMG, we are burning through that. You, like, whoa. Okay. Here we go. So. Okay. So, am I in the right place? Yeah. Okay, so 6 more concrete powder. And let's zoom this out once more. Just to give us a sense of scale here. Oh boy, this thing is bonkers. Okay. Is that... And that's where that was. That's 66 away from there. Okay. Well, okay. I guess so. Okay, and before we actually start work on this next point of interest here, which, yeah, okay, good. This looks like we're in the right place, roughly. I think it is time for me to go take a quick hydration break. I can definitely tell I'm getting a little parched. So let's just land in a nice tree. A nice tree here. Okay. We are going to get out our tablet here real quick. Deselect. Hydration break. BRB. Okay, so let's see who we need to thank from our Patreon list here. Looks like Zedric requested the Binge Watch Rap. That's not a long song. That's about 2.5 minutes. So I will see y'all fairly soon. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Yeah, it's about 3 minutes. Cool. Be right back.
With a green glass screen, placing blocks per hand, it's the hills extreme. Have you ever seen a yo's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe, Sean Hills is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a vegan with jump boost and haste. Brother, I'll watch him let's play and excavate with Joe, all the views I'll say it. Binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, 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 Joe. Stream it. Fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up HermitCraft. Watch it on any size screen. Back it up to clone redstone machines just building. With dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server. The whitelist is closed, so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. HermitCrafters you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft, binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment. Your praises don't fail. Sean Hill's on a roll with HermitCraft details. Singing out loud the way it should be sung with the Nashville sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a HermitCrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh. Churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, 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 Joe. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Binge watch, HermitCraft. Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe.
Welcome back, everyone, from that fantastic little hydration break we just took. As you can see, the sun is set, and we actually have a little bit better view, especially if I duck out of the way here. And I erase, whoops, that's not the eraser. And I erase that hydration break. Hey, come on, erase, come on. There we go. Woo! Okay, this is feeling like it's a really strong start. Whew, okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I probably am gonna want my heads-up display here. Oh, it's also really cold. I'm putting my fleece back on. Y'all can't see my shoulders anymore, so I can put my clothes that are nice and warm across those shoulders. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We are 20 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. We're currently at 24% Joe opacity. I've turned off the ring light so that I can see the different shades easier on the laptop. So if the camera seems lighter than usual, that's why. But this is feeling like a solid start here. A little bit of server lag there. That's okay. Uh-oh. We didn't... I should not be flying with this laggy server without the totem on. Okay. For obvious reasons. And apparently there's no light on this platform. We'll have to fix that. I have many siblings, the Ender Ninja. Okay. So, if we come back up to here, I think this was where we... No. I've gone too far. But now that I'm all the way back here... Okay, let's... Yeah, now that I've gone all the way back here anyway... Is there anything... Yeah, we might as well just fill in a bunch of this. Okay. Okay, so it looks like I am one block over, and at that level there, which would be, let's get the ruler out. So if I'm starting here, how long until I hit the next point of interest? 75. Sheesh. Oh wait, no. There's something sticking up right here. Okay, so how long is that? That's not too bad. 39, 40, okay. 40, okay. 40 times 3 is 120, so we are just going to... Oh wait, that might already be marked. Now that I'm looking at it, but it's fine. Let's just go. Stephanie Hall says, did my tip come through? I don't think so. Oh, wait. Okay, here's what happened. Sorry. 2 tips for... Wait, 3 tips for an identical amount of money all came in simultaneously, and I thought it was the same one. So not only do I need to apologize to Stephanie Hall, I need to apologize to Salem. I'm so sorry. Sometimes when these post at like the exact same time with the amounts, with the same amount, Scar's here. It does not alert me properly. So sorry about that. So I need to thank both Stephanie Hall for 15, who says, Joe Galaxy, go Joe, love watching this progression and the thought process. And then Salem says, from Salem, 15 US Abacus beads. So that's going to get us, between those 2 tips, $10 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So sorry to both Salem and Stephanie Hall for that. Those hit just at the exact same time as Catherine's $15 tip, and my bad. That was an oversight. So thank you for following up with me, Stephanie. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. And here you go. Expand Jost. Lowering the opacity to 20%, and we are now 10 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Yeah, that's just one of those perfect storm things. But, you know, It's a perfect storm of viewer support. I can't imagine a more pleasant hurricane to be tossed and capsized by. Whew. Fear of being hot guide into the Guardians. I know, right? That's the last thing I need. Okay. And so, yeah, that is exactly where it should be. Great. When I look at this here, that's going to protrude slightly up past there. Okay. So then... Okay, so 16 times 3, that's 48, I'm pretty sure. Boom. So we'll go that way now. Okay. So from here, it looks like we're going to go up to... Whoops. You tried to do the ninja rap with Joe Galaxy. Joe Galaxy, Joe Galaxy, Joe, Joe Galaxy, Joe Galaxy, Joe, Joe, Joe. Okay, I get it now. Sorry. That was my bad. So then, let's see. This is another 15 away, so that's 45 over here. Ba-da-da-da. Am I still in frame on the other camera? No, of course not. Why would I bother being in frame on the other camera? Yeah, who would want that? It's fine. Ah, my body. So this next one has some really interesting bright oranges and stuff in it. So that's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and we're going to have two just jumping straight into the brown terracottas here. So we're going to run back and get some oranges in a minute. But let's get this up to here. And we'll get a black black terracotta here. Yeah, this is going to look good. So orange terracotta, orange concrete, maybe. Maybe shroom lights, maybe jack-o'-lanterns in here, actually. Yellow terracotta. Do we not have any orange terracotta in here? Yeah, there we do. Orange terracotta. Perfect. So, yeah, that's going to look good. Okay, orange terracotta and two pumpkins, I think, should look right here. Welcome, Cherry Bomb. Okay. Cherry Bomb. Hello, world. Okay, so then with this, we're going to go like boom, facing that directly that way. And that's going to come up like that, and then we'll have that there. Another jack-o'-lantern, boom, facing directly that way. This is a good example of when to zoom in so I can see what I'm doing better. Okay. So we're going to have... That's going to go there. And then that'll go there. Actually, brown concrete powder, brown terracotta, gray terracotta, brown concrete in general. Yeah, okay. So if we're looking at this from down here, then we're starting our next line here, and we're going over until we hit that, which is 51. So basically, dang it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 51 in each of these. Okay, cool. So let's eat a pork chop real quick. Please name this galaxy David S. Pumpkins. Maybe. Oh no, it's starting to get dark out. We've got stacks to go before we sleep. Okay, that should theoretically take us to basically there, so that's going to be okay. Wait, was that lightning? What was that? Okay. No, that... Oh, yeah, 51 more. It's like, huh, that's weird. I only got 2/3 of the way there. Maybe I counted wrong. Nope. Okay. We're basically where we need to be. Yeah, because that comes over more. Okay, that makes sense. So we're going to go lay our heads down and dream over here. Take a sip of our lemonade. Okay. Okay, so we're making some progress here. Okay. So let's go ahead and roll this back a little bit. So we got as far as there, and then from there to there we didn't really... I got kind of distracted. So let's maybe bring this back over to here-ish. Okay. Okay, so where are we in terms of where we want to land? That was it. Okay. So let's zoom in over here. This is going to be our point, or our area of interest at the moment. I want to be relatively level. Yeah. Okay. Welcome, Kit. We are working on our deep field photograph on the side of the pinball machine. Okay. So just eyeballing this here. that one on top of that one on top of... Okay, so... Okay, so I am exactly where I need to be right now. And this is how long? 10 blocks long. So we need 30 concrete powder. And, oh, we're going to have to grab more soon anyway. Tommy says, how's the build going? I'm glad I'm able to catch you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Build is going very well. We are making great progress on our colossal scale pinball machine, themed after Deep Field Space Telescope photos. I am very happy with how it's going. It is getting... We're speeding up, too. Like, I feel like I'm definitely getting into a good groove with it as well. Now, we are about to be out of blocks, so we'll go claim some of those. Okay. For some reason, I can't keep my eye in frame. It's just harder, I think, because it's... Since I don't have the light on, it's not as obvious when I drift out. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so... We're going to put these pumpkins back up here for now. We're going to put the greens back away, other than the green terracotta. Have a good night, Salem. Okay, so we're back here where this was. You can see me on the live camera account feed there. Okay, then the question is, how long until the next point of interest along that vector? Or along that slice? It looks like... Whoop. Yeah, 26. Okay, so just because I'm tired, I'm doing my math with the calculator. 26 times 3, 78. 78 minus 64 should be 14. Okay, so we need 14 of these, as well as a stack to get us the right distance. Spinmass says it's really cool. You have 3 different cameras. Yeah, we got the Photoshop feed. We've got the live camera account feed. You can see me making the progress there. Okay. So then at this stage here, there's just like one almost invisible block. Okay. And then the distance to the next point of interest is 18. 18 times 3, that's going to be 54. So we just drop 2 of those in there, like so, and then we are on our way. Welcome back, Amanda. Okay. So yeah, we've got a couple points of interest between here and there. So let's get these going. Oh, that's an interesting... Oh, that's cool, because that connects to there. Oh, neat, neat, neat. Okay. Black. So then this one's going to be gray. And then the next one's going to be actually like brown concrete, like straight up. Then Then we'll have brown terracotta here. Brown terracotta here and gray terracotta there. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Okay, and then the distance between here and that next one is 21, I guess. Is that right? No, it's 3 less. So 18 blocks. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna have a little L-shaped thing here. We don't, oh, I think we're actually out of gray concrete. We need to go make more gray concrete real quick. I'm just gonna put a jack-o'-lantern here so I know that that's where I need to do it. Because it's a really bad place for a jack-o'-lantern otherwise, so that would be super obvious if I screwed it up. Okay. So, yeah, let's take 16 of this, throw it in with some gray dye. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll take 8 of that. I don't know. It's fine. Gray concrete. Okay, cool. We'll put the rest back. Okay, there should be a super obvious pumpkin somewhere. There it is. Okay. So we're going to put in gray concrete, like a little thing here around a cyan terracotta. Okay. And then no more points of interest until we hit this thing, which we have now filled in the gap to. Great. So then if we zoom out on the camera account, okay. I mean, we're definitely making progress. Time to lay our heads down and dream, though, it looks like. And to grab more black concrete powder. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. More black concrete powder. We've used 2 shulkers of black concrete powder so far. Jeez, okay. That's kind of unsurprising, but also still a little surprising. We are burning through this stuff fast. I'm going to get rid of some of these surplus mushroom stems here. So we're not really using those for anything that... I say that, and then I'm looking at this. What do we got here? We're going to have at least 1 purple frog light. We're going to have some dark grays. Okay. So that's there. Okay. So... Okay, how far to that? 60. Jeez, okay. But that's from the edge of that thing. Let's see how close that actually gets. Okay. So when we come to land here, I can look at the camera account and see where I'm at. Okay. Yep, this is where I thought I would end up. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we need 3 stacks of black concrete before we hit anything. So weird watching this on the little not webcam, on the little camera account. Ryan says, just logged on. Deep field artwork's looking great, Joe. How do you think it's turning out? I think that this has been a really productive first pass. I'm definitely going to come back and tweak some things once we get the whole thing in. But, like, I'm happier than I expected to be at this point. I was expecting at this stage I'd be kind of like, this isn't where I want it, but whatever, it's fine. But, like, no, I'm not begrudgingly okay with this. I'm actually okay with this. I mean, like, that doesn't mean it's done. There's still going to be definitely a refinement pass on all the art on here, but it's way further along than I thought it would be at this point. Like, it's going better than I expected, so I'm very happy. Hi, Jevin, raiding with a party of 136. Welcome, Jevin Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. You can faintly see my eyeball. You're watching Minecraft through the eyes of an actual HermitCraft hermit. You can see I've got a few different video windows here. I've got a Photoshop window, which does not look very exciting right now because we're zoomed way in on this deep field galaxy photo that is going to be the skin of my pinball machine here. It's one photo that I've scaled to wrap around both sides of the back box, the front where the coin door is, and the lower parts of the cabinet. We are in the process. You can see on my camera count, I'm working my way slowly this way. But let me duck out of the way here so you can see more clearly. If I fly up here, you can see we got galaxies. Woo! Galaxies. They're not perfect. There's going to be a refinement pass here where I'm going to play with the palette. Let me land over here. You can see the front of the machine. It's a continuation of the same photograph coming around from the side to the front. I'm really, really pleased with how it's looking. So thank you, Jev, for the raid. And then if you look up here, this is the back box, for those of y'all who don't know a lot about pinball machines. So in Photoshop, this like weird like quadrilateral up here, that is going to be this. And that's going to have the same photograph skinned on it, just offset. So it's like we've got one photograph for the wraparound for the entire machine. I'm really excited about it. I'm very happy with how it's coming out. Whoops, and I'm so happy I'm falling off the edge here. I'm not using Lightmatica or anything for this. I'm literally just zooming in on a photograph and making pixel choices one by one. I feel like there's more artistic intent in that. Like, this isn't something like, you know, just taking some random photo and turning it into pixel art in Minecraft. Each of these pixels is like a galaxy with millions of stars, possibly. Well, some of these are just deep space, but like millions of stars. So I feel like actually like looking at this and deciding on the fly how I'm going to interpret them is of value. So Alpapa says, what's the coin door going to look like? Like the coin door of any pinball machine? Alex asks for the tip link. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. I am not a Twitch partner or whatever affiliate. I make my living via direct viewer support. So thanks to everybody who chooses to support the show. Okay. So here we are looking at an example of something. So this is like a grayish, greenish thing. So we're going to use a verdant frog light for the middle. I'm going to use light gray concrete for this one. I'm going to use cyan terracotta directly above it here. Now, for this side, I'm thinking maybe green terracotta, right? That feels about right. Directly below that, I'm imagining we're going to use a gray terracotta here. And then for this corner, I think just a normal gray concrete is going to look good. Now, looking at the sides of this, there's a few ways I could play it depending on how fancy I want to get with it. But this feels about right here. And so we are going to set that up like so. And then we are going to clean this up underneath it. We can fly in a little bit closer on our fancy fly-in zoom-in camera here. Do. Yeah, that looks about right. That looks like roughly what it should from Photoshop. Then we're going to go see, okay, we're 12 blocks away from our next point of interest. So that's counting out 36 blocks of black concrete powder there. Actually, I probably don't want that many because we've got one already placed. So then I'll just continue. Ryan says, is deep field still going to be on the sides? This is literally a deep field photograph. This is the concept of a deep field. This is a whole bunch of galaxies photographed by pointing a space telescope for a long exposure photograph at one of the darkest parts of the sky. So the name deep field is not going to appear on the sides of the machine. It's going to be on the translite, which is a piece of art that goes in this giant rectangle up here in the back box that we haven't filled in yet. And people asking about if I've finished the back yet. Because Etho moved in just south of me here, I had to finish the back first, so that way Etho wouldn't have an ugly pinball machine if he flew past it. So yep, we got our warning labels and everything right there. Already done. Okay, so let's go ahead and... JKA writes in the Discord chat, this whole build is looking stellar. Thank you, JKA. Okay, so let's see if we can safely land back on our wall here. Oh, no. Dang it. I veered off when I was trying to eat. Okay. There we are. This is where we intended to be. Welcome, Calligrapher. Welcome, Raiders. Glad you could join us. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm currently working on a colossal scale pinball machine here in Minecraft based on Spooky Pinball's cabinet for total nuclear annihilation. Although I am designing my own playfield, art, and theme for the machine. The theme in particular is deep field space photography. So in the upper left, you have a Photoshop image that I am currently interpreting. The machine is 256 meters deep, 126 meters wide, which makes it perfect size to do 2 Minecraft maps if you wanted a top-down view. Ooh, since the sun's going down, I can show y'all what this looks like in the distance here if we go land on some trees. So here we go. I can duck my head out of the way too. That's looking pretty good, right? Whoops, that was a screenshot. So we'll let it keep getting darker. I've got my camera account here so that I can zoom in on certain points of interest as I put the blocks in. We were about to start working on this little area right here when y'all came in. Codex of the Stars says, wow, it's really coming along. Thank you. You are also making giant art. Awesome. Have a great night, Calligrapher. Okay, I think I just heard a noise in Minecraft. Scar, are you hiding underneath the trees? Scar? No? Okay. Well, he's probably not. But either way, I'm excited about how this looks. Frank Dev says, to what degree will it be a functioning machine? So, in real life, a pinball leaves the flipper at about 95 miles an hour, and there is no way to move anything in Minecraft at anywhere remotely close to that speed, except for a player with an elytra. So, I'm going to build the inside of the machine to be a elytra course, where you'll actually start... Of course, I only have 7 rockets left. You would basically start the elytra course here in the shooter lane. Excuse me. Go up here, you'd have pop bumpers, you'd have all sorts of neat stuff, slingshots, and then once you go down the drain, the second part of the course would be down here inside the machine, which I'm in the process of digging out. This is all below water level here. So even just getting the ocean drained was a huge thing. We have a lot of mining left to do on this as well. While I've stopped, though, why don't I grab more rockets? Oh, I know why. Because I left them over here. Frank Depp says, I remember watching you drain this like months ago. Yeah, it's been a project. This is intended to be about a year-long project on the whole. 50 rockets. That might hold me over for a while. But, okay. So anyway, let's go back to where our camera account is so we can get our next point of interest in right here. Okay, so if I zoom way back in Photoshop, I use my ruler tool to mark where I am. Okay. So we've got this kind of grayish plus with a little bit here. Okay. So let's, first let's make the cradle for that. Whoops. Now this looks kind of like a gray terracotta at the bottom here. We throw a light gray concrete there. That's going to look okay. More gray terracotta on either side. Actually, a little bit higher up even. And then we're going to have like, I'm imagining a cyan terracotta here. This is not an exact precise art. This is just me kind of getting a feel for each of these. And somehow that other one is way closer than it should be. But it's too late to move it. Yeah. So I'm also not worrying too much about my measurements being perfect. It would be nice if they were, but like honestly, at this scale, this project is just so gigantic. Okay. So this next bit actually is supposed to connect to that gray one there. So we're going to carry this until we hit that. And we're going to move our camera along too, so you can see that gray one a little easier. Hey, welcome Dark Eagle Raid. Welcome Doe Dog. I am working on this project at the moment. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, so I'm realizing this is a good case to be using some gray concrete, which I might be out of. So we are going to swing back by here real quick. We have our little storage area. Okay. So, let's see. We need to grab gray dye and concrete we weren't using otherwise. So, white dye is a good way to make gray dye. So is black dye. So, boom, we can mix those together. Get 4 gray dye. Okay. Oh, boy. Is there not any random... Okay, so yellow concrete we're not using a lot of on this build. So we can make gray concrete with the yellow concrete there. Welcome, Nika. Glad you could join us. Dark Eagle says, long-time watcher of the Hermit's first time raiding. Well, thank you so much. You have many choices for who to raid, and I appreciate you choosing me, Joe Hills. Okay, so as I'm eyeballing this, whoops, that is wrong. Oh, whoops, no, I misread that entirely. And I fell off. Don't worry, I'll get better at this. I say, completely missing where I'm supposed to be. There it is. Found it. Okay. So this is going to go into what looks like a black terracotta and gray terracotta bit here. Yeah, much better. Okay, and then how long until we hit the next point of interest? It's that thing, which is right there. Okay, fantastic. We're expecting that. Okay, so that means if we fly away real quick and look at this, we should have this partially kind of level-ish. Every day I'm leveling. Okay. Dang it. Brr. Trees. I should just carry ender pearls. There. That's what I wanted. Okay, now I'm on the tree. Function F1. Okay, so now we have that level all the way across to there. And that point of interest. There's a bunch of stuff, I think, just to the right of that. So that's why we haven't done it yet. There's not a ton, but there's some stuff there. But then there's that whole thing there. Okay. But more importantly, I'm trying to get this first front corner kind of locked in because other hermits kind of fly past here from like Cleo's shop and stuff. And so this is where they're going to see it from. The back of the machine might not even be loaded for some people, right? So we kind of want to lock this in right there and get that looking good first. Okay. So. Oh boy. I just realized we are 10 minutes past when we usually wrap up the stream. It's a school night and I got to get my kid to school in the morning. So let's go ahead and we'll do one last call for tips. I'm going to wrap up in about 5 minutes or so to give those a chance to roll in. If you enjoyed the stream, I hope that you consider supporting me. But no worries if not, because the folks who do tip make this something that I can do for everyone else. So no worries. They are paying for you to enjoy this stress-free. Okay, so let's zoom back in over here. And we're going to bring the camera account back that way as well. If I hit control, does that make me stray faster? No, it only makes you fly forward faster. We just zoom out more. It's fine. Okay. There it is. Okay, so okay. If I am here, is that right? Yeah. Okay, so if I am creating a ruler and I'm starting it here, that would be 1 block offset from that. No, I need to be... No, I'm 2 blocks offset from that. Okay. Then I'm going to hit the first kind of major point of interest real quick, like zip, zip. There's a few things right here directly, like almost perfectly above it. And then 9 blocks over, we're there. So 27 over from here, we're going to have some points of interest. Because we're doing 3 up at a time. Okay. Where did that ruler go? There it is. Okay, so we're going to put a black terracotta here. And another one. Okay, then we're going to put a brown terracotta here. And I'm going to move the camera angle so we're looking at it closer to how it looks in Photoshop. Okay. So let's grab a light gray terracotta. We're going to throw a pearlescent frog light there. Okay, feeling good about that. Let's throw some brown mushroom blocks around it as well for a little bit of extra light, kind of tannish. I'm trying to avoid using wood in this, and I might have to go back on that. That might not be a feasible long-term thing, but I'm kind of liking how it's gone so far. We're going to throw a brown concrete here for balance, and a brown concrete down there as well. Okay, we are out of black terracotta and run low on gray terracotta, so let's grab more of that. Okay. So, green terracotta we have a lot of. So let's maybe offload some of that to make room for this. My watch is pinging me to remind me that I'm supposed to wrap up the stream to go to bed soon. So we are going to wrap up the stream shortly. Like I said, just wanted to make sure that anybody who tips has a chance to have that acknowledged. Sometimes it takes a few minutes for those to get through the alert system. Okay. Okay, so we don't need that. That's all black concrete. We can take some of this red terracotta and turn it into gray terracotta as well. Gray dye. Gray terracotta. Enjoy your dinner. Bum, bum. Stripped logs would probably look better than wood planks. You're probably right, Iconic Anemone. One of the constraints I put on myself for this, and this is probably silly, I acknowledge that. One of the constraints I put on myself for the initial palette here was to try to do it without using wood. I wanted to see what I could do with just terracotta, concrete, and a few other choice blocks. And you're right, stripped logs are probably going to end up in the final palette. That's just going to be the way to get this looking correct. But for right now, for the experimental phase, I want to see how far I can push myself without them. And see how that feels and looks and stuff. And that, you know, that's maybe not a great plan, but that's part of what makes this art rather than just like mechanical reproduction, you know? Because we're not just feeding this into something that tells me what blocks to use. I'm trying to make choices and analyze the original photograph and stuff, you know? So I'm having fun with it. So yeah. Okay, how far until we hit our next point of interest? Well, this one's almost imperceptible, but I think it's right there. Yep. So it's 22. So we need 66 black concrete powder. And we probably should have grabbed more of that while we were down there too, but whatever. Let's get rid of that out of there so we don't accidentally use it. Carson says, Joe, I'm starting a new project to create the perfect Minecraft world and was wondering what you would consider the perfect world. Oh, boy. I don't know that I have a concept of that. Like, that's not how my brain works. I'm sorry. You're asking the wrong guy. Okay. So if somebody gave me an assignment to build the perfect Minecraft world, I would just do whatever I wanted for as long as possible and then turn that in. That's, I mean, I don't have an idea of what perfection is. And so I might as well have fun with it before I fail. 21 times 3 is 63. Okay, so we got 63 here. Hey, welcome, Wesley. We're actually about to wrap up the stream pretty soon, but I'm glad you decided to stop by and join us. Let's see here. So we're going to go 1, 2. Got some black terracotta here. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to get the brown terracotta there. And the gray terracotta here. Great. And then, hey, it does look like a final tip just rolled in from Codex of the Stars, who says, glad to see the project of yours coming along so nicely. Love the photo and I'm excited to see this complete. Well, thank you very much for the 10 Codex of the Stars. That's going to get us one last face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Let's grab that camera and expand. Juiced. Do. And then once we find my eye and get it recentered here, we will lower the... I cannot find myself. Let me turn the opacity up temporarily. Okay, wait. There it is. Wait, no, is that? There's my face. Okay, so we're going to lower the opacity now to 16%. Thank you very much, Codex of the Stars, for that. Okay. So presumably, usually the way PayPal dumps these alerts, they all kind of roll in at once. So if there was anybody else to thank, it probably would have come in already with that last bit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to see who we need to raid. Follow in on Twitch. Oh, that's right. It's Monday. And so I believe there should be a... Is there not a... Yeah, there it is. Recording guitar and voice for a new song over at twitch.tv/redactedhills. If you've enjoyed Sean Hills Sings Joe Hills Volumes 1 or 2, or both, the artist formerly known as Sean Hills is now streaming at twitch.tv/redactedhills, working on new music. Now going by Quinn Hills. Quinn will actually be joining me tomorrow for an in-studio hangout stream at 8:30 a.m. U.S. Central Time. That is, boy, it's almost 11 p.m., so I guess 9.5 hours from now. So don't stay up too late if you want to catch that. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do. Stop streaming. Stop.